In the gospel this past weekend, Jesus challenges us to be the salt of the earth. Now, salt is a pretty familiar substance. We use it every day, probably without thinking about it. And it's something that we don't always see, but we can tell if it's not there. Could you imagine eating potato chips or pretzels or crabs without salt? You would definitely notice something was missing. Salt enhances, it makes flavorful, it takes the best flavors of food and brings them out. It's a necessary part of our daily life. And Jesus reminds us that as people of faith, as his followers, we need to do the same thing in the world. We need to enhance the world. We need to raise it up. We need to bring out the best flavor of the world around us. And at first glance, that might seem pretty overwhelming. But we can be the salt of the earth in the everyday little opportunities that are put before us. We're waiting in line with someone in a long line at the cash register. Do we become impatient? Do we become rude? Or do we recognize the person's doing the best they can? It's a little opportunity to be the salt and to raise up a situation that typically could lead to impatience and rudeness. When we're driving our car, do we raise that situation up, or do we fall down into the mud with everyone else because we're impatient and in a hurry? Each and every day, we have an opportunity by virtue of our faith in Christ to either lift those everyday situations and make them better by the result of our faith, or unfortunately to let them wallow in the mud with everyone else. You are the salt of the earth. Jesus gives us that responsibility. Jesus gives us that gift. The question is, are we using that gift in our lives? This is Father John, and we hope to see you soon here at Ascension.